Hey there, I'm Zerachi, and I'm someone that really loves video games.
This game sucks.
And I'm also someone that really loves music as well.
The song sucks.
So if you put one and the other together... Ah yes, nothing more magical than the music of video games. So, why don't we take this time to talk about the music from one of my favorite games, Final Fantasy. But then again, Final Fantasy's musical repertoire is like... this big. So instead of taking a look at the whole franchise's music, why don't we just take a look at certain songs that have a certain theme to it. Top 5 Final Fantasy Final Boss Theme. Oh yes, the last battle from Final Fantasy V is definitely one of my favorite tunes. You know you're in for quite the fight when this song kicks in. Especially once the drums come in, it becomes quite the rockin' tune. This is a boss theme that I feel that has gone under the radar, and that is mostly because Final Fantasy V didn't actually see the day of light overseas until it was released on the PS1 compilation, Final Fantasy Anthology. While I admit that there's nothing overly special about this song, it's still an overall solid piece of music. It gets my head bobbing, and sometimes I think that's all you need when playing a game like Final Fantasy. A song that further immerses you into a moment within the game. Just by listening to it, you can tell that the sole composer of the main series, Nobuo Uematsu, was heavily into progressive rock, and that's exactly why I like it, because it rocks. It's good to hear the final boss battle theme from Final Fantasy IV. This theme to me is actually the first final boss theme in the whole series that actually really sounded dark to me. But at the same time, in true Nobuo Uematsu style, this is a song not left without melody. In fact, as you listen to this song, you'll notice that it bounces between evil and happy moods regularly. This is especially the case with this passage right here. This really indicates how much Nobuo Uematsu as a songwriter was trying to show the clash between good and evil through the song itself, and I feel that's what makes this final boss theme sound so strong. On top of this, there is also the newer version of the Final Fantasy IV soundtrack found on both the DS and PSP remakes. But to me, something about it lacks the oomph the original version has. Ugh, not a fan of this version. Let's go back to the original. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, this eerie beginning. I remember when this song started playing when I was nearing the end of Final Fantasy VIII. It sent chills down my bones. This is a song I feel that falls in between all of the final boss battle themes that I'm going to be listing here today, especially when it comes to progressive elements and overall catchiness. This one in particular starts off with a quiet and low-key intro with an acoustic guitar and piano, laying down quite the mood for the song. And then this part kicks in. The way this part begins with the signature Final Fantasy battle bassline really establishes a connection to the entire series. Then it slowly builds up by adding melodic layer after melodic layer, and then it kicks off into an upbeat pace while still retaining all the musical layers that were built up to this point. Truly beautiful. I really can't help but bob my head to the song every time I hear it. This song is undeniably a classic among the series, and I can certainly see why. If you rewind back to the time when Final Fantasy VII was the newest Final Fantasy game, there was definitely not a song in the series that sounded as big as this one. This is also one of the few themes we have here that doubles as a theme song for a character, which in this case is Sephiroth. I mean, it's in the lyrics after all. You might also be interested to know that this song was inspired by a Jimi Hendrix song called Purple Haze, most notably the guitar intro itself. As we just compared the two, there is definitely a connection heard there. But as you listen to the rest of the song, you can tell that Nobuo Uematsu really spun it off into his own thing. That adventurous bass line, that organ, that distorted guitar, and especially those drums. Dancing Mad is simply a masterpiece. This song is such a progressive epic that it's actually divided into 4 parts. Part 1 of the song is a connection to the song you hear when you boot up the game, except this time it's not only more elaborate, but more eerie as well. The second part of the song is where a consistent beat comes in, but retains that same eeriness introduced in the previous part. Basically, a natural continuation of the song. But that's when things get strange with this next part here. Part 3 of the song enters an organ solo and becomes quite complex as a result. And as I played to you in the beginning, here's the last part. And that is the epic rockin' part that comes crashing in and really gets you pumped. This song is so long that it'll be impossible for me to show you the majority of the song. When you add them all up together, the song adds up to being just over 17 minutes. That's pretty long. Not exactly a theme built for mass appeal, but that's also why I love Dancing Mad. I guess it's what you would call a deep cut, meaning that it's a song that's typically more known and appreciated by Final Fantasy fans, rather than average gamers who may or may not have played a game in the series. But that's why I wanted to show you this song in the first place, because to me, it's just too good. While I love all the other songs I previously mentioned, nothing gets me pumped more than Dancing Mad. I urge you, get the Final Fantasy VI soundtrack for yourself and give this song a listen. You definitely won't regret it. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow my Facebook and Twitter as well. Before we end this, let me ask you, what final boss themes are your favorites? Did you agree or disagree with my list? Let me know in the comments. I can already see it now.
Oh my god, I can't believe Zerachi put One-Winged Angel at number 2. He should just go jump off a cliff and die. You know what? Maybe it's not my most favorite song, but it's still one of my favorites. And another thing, why would you